Hello all, Chief Prepper here. We'll see how long this stupid camera records. I've been asking probably for 5 years now, two friends of mine, what's the end goal of this socialized Democratic Party shit? And then nobody really has an answer other than they want to become socialist and communist here in America. And that's why there's always a push by them to attack the Second Amendment, because they know that while we have the Second Amendment and we are armed, then we can fight back. We might lose, but we can fight back. So I'm going to sneak in a couple tidbits here. If we ever have a Red Dawn situation here and we have fighting foreign forces, shoot the motherfucker that's talking on the radio, because they're the ones that are in charge and directing stuff. That's what started happening to us in Iraq. All the Humvees that were command vehicles had 3 antennas on it, and the bad guys started targeting them. So, more and more and more, I think that the current government is working against us. We have a chip shortage for vehicles. We're sending massive amount of arms overseas that have lead times well in excess of a year. The Javelin clues and the missiles and everything. You got them restricting the 30% excess that Lake City Ammunition Depot used to be able to sell to the public can no longer be sold to us. Constant trying to get something on Second Amendment to restrict our access to guns. We have a huge food problem getting ready to smack not just the U.S. but the entire world in the face. You have multiple channels: Adapt 2030, Rudy from Alaska Prepper, Great Man Prepping, Bear Independent, and a few others that are actively talking about, you stock up. So my advice is to do that. I still don't know where it's going, but I think they are working on making us so weak as a society that they can come in and be a rescuer, and people will give up their stuff. So the only icing on the cake for the enemy with this is if they hit us with an EMP, then we'll be fighting each other for 3 months to a year, and then only the strong will survive after that. If the numbers are correct in the predictions, it's 10% will survive. And 10% is a low number to fight a massive army like Russia and China. So I was just listening to Canadian Prepper, and I haven't finished the video, but it's titled that the governments are stockpiling food, preparing for something. I'm going to go listen to the rest of it, but if you're not stockpiling food, I don't know what to say to you. Canned food, fruits and vegetables. Make sure you have seed for a garden. Make sure you have a protein source. I'm up to almost 10 eggs a day. My goal was up to 14 13, because I have 6 hens already, and then I got 7 more. I got 8, but 7 survived. So right now we're getting 5 to 7 pullet eggs, which are the smaller eggs, and then we're getting 3 to 5 full-size eggs. So, get out of the cities. That's important if you can. If you wait too much longer, it's going to be too late. Then you need to be able to hunker down. Use cardboard on the windows first, and then use aluminum foil to block sunlight. The cardboard will keep the windows from reflecting light during the day, but it also, when that light is reflected, or at night with a flashlight, during the day it helps keep the heat out, but it won't let shadows pass. Make sure you have a way to filter water and have a water source. If not, really close, like on your property, then somewhere you can walk to. my plan is to supplement the diet with fish and whatever I can kill within 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles of the house. That's like a wild animal, deer, hogs, you name it. So, and I have other means. I have food that I've frozen. I have canned goods. So I'm hoping what I think is going to happen doesn't happen, but there's a lot of speculation and conjecture that the first 2 weeks in August something is going to happen. So they're saying overseas in the European theater, but as we're seeing, everything that happens over there is affecting everywhere else. The other thing you have to consider is this Ukraine-Russia thing where they signed a grain deal and then a day later someone hits a port city with a missile attack. How much of this is smoke and mirrors to get the U.S. to give up a bunch of weapons and arms and deploy half the fighting force overseas, and then the fags that are left behind here, and I'm not talking about the people who actually are gay, I'm talking about the rear echelon fucks, the upper-ranking people that are supposed to supply supplies to people who aren't worth a shit that are doing that. So, we are hollow as a nation right now. And then you throw in the economic collapse, the second world reserve currency, and this is not going to end well. So your ability to get out of the city is probably numbered. I did a video on rearranging your finances recently. I did 2 of them, one talking about doing it, the second one where I actually did some of it. And I can't stress that enough. Whatever we go into with this new currency, when you go into it with a lot of debt, your ability to pay it back is going to be restricted. And if you think that they're not going to want their money, you're foolish. They're going to want their money. Just wanted to do a video. I think the current administration has sold out to China along with a number of congressmen and senators, and I think it's going to be ugly. So, like I said, if we're fighting Red Dawn here in the U.S., shoot the people with the radios. Shoot the one to the right and to the left, and the one talking on it. So, anyway, Chief Prepper, out.